This is the Doctor bringing you another episode of Godhood. First, I want to thank viewer Acelia for commenting on this series. As soon as I get another disciple, I will name that character after you. I know in the first episode, we didn't really get around to much battling or sacraments, as the game calls them. I feel like in this episode, we should be able to get to a lot more. It's just there are quite a few game mechanics to explain. So now, there are a couple more we have to get to before our next sacrament. First off, got a notification about selecting a tenement or not tenement, what am I saying? A tenet or a tradition. So this is the tech tree of the game. As you win battles, you get these things called development sparks, which is basically research. And you can choose what type of religion you want. Like, do you want your guys to be focused on morning prayers, or to study scriptures, or happy, joyful sermons, or debate, or whatever. And depending on the tenet you select, first off, you get an immediate bonus. You get extra faith to make your disciples happy. You get happiness. Happiness is basically your life. If your happiness ever falls to 0, you just lose the game flat out. You start with 10, and the way you get more is through these tenets or by winning certain battles, or I think there are some relics that can give them. And if you have high happiness, you'll have good events. And if you have low happiness, you'll have bad events. The main way you lose happiness is if you lose a battle or sacrament, or if you do certain repeatable missions. They haven't shown up yet, but those are missions like you can do if you need a little more power, but the game won't just let you farm them forever. You have a certain time limit to win, basically. So we can pick happiness, or we can get something from philosophy to give us bonus resources every mission. I feel like that's the way to go. We don't need happiness. We have plenty of happiness. We don't need faith. Our disciples are happy. But like, you want your resources early in the campaign, right? This will scale very well. So then we have two choices. Now, picking either of these choices, heaven or Sabbath, will give us the bonus resources every mission, but they can inspire different traditions, and traditions are like major texts. They're like texts that can change the game. So if I pick heaven, I can get either this a revelation tech or this heavenly art tech. I should just call them traditions. So then you gain these god actions, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But I'm going to go with heaven. First of all, I feel like my peaceful disciples deserve to go to heaven. And there's this, it can inspire this heavenly art tradition, which let us do this action you can read here called Gain God Action, Inspire Great Art. And it says, we'll upgrade all future disciples' base stats by +1. That seems like something you want to get early on in the campaign to boost all your characters. But yeah, all good followers will one day be rejoined with the Doctor in heaven. Exactly. Oh, look at that, Longo. Well done, buddy. Go preach the merits of heaven to all our pacifists. So your disciples all have an age. Zook here is 42, Pendant's 37, and Doc Morphing is very young, 17. And the tooltip tells you that as your disciples age, eventually they're going to start losing stats, and as they really get old, they're going to die. And when a disciple dies, you're going to get a new one. So these characters aren't permanent. They are eventually going to die. Zook, I'm sorry, buddy. Pendant, Longo, all of you eventually are going to die, but we'll have new recruits to replace you. So those new recruits will hopefully benefit from the heavenly sculpture thing once we unlock that. There's no way to like, you just automatically get a new recruit when one of your disciples die. There's no way to not get a new recruit. You don't have to pay anything. But there's a certain amount of control depending on your traditions in terms of like when a disciple dies and retires. There's another way. Your disciple could lose these heart things down here. If they lose 3, they just like immediately leave. So I think you lose these things called faith bonds, the life, if you get knocked out during battle. Like the other side, like literally knocks you out, or they're so charismatic they talk you down. Hopefully we won't have too many of those problems this campaign, but we might. Like our pacifists, we may be very good at talking, but if they start like hitting us real hard with weapons, we're gonna be in trouble. Okay, let's take care of Longo first. He needs a class. He's leveled up enough. So Zook is ambassador, and Pendant is zealot. We want to spread our classes out. Like having a variety of classes is good. Longo here is good at knowledge. So what are our options here? This class, a weaver, knowledge and charisma, that could be really good. Is in fact the only class we have that even uses knowledge. We can check out whether there are any other classes. We could pay some money, materials, but I don't think we need that. Let's just keep, let's just make you a weaver, Longo. That seems fine to me. Although one thing to note that Longo's style is called Grace. What that means is if one of these abilities here said Grace, he's always going to learn it when he gains a new ability. Not the manual assignment, but like the automatic assignment. However, I don't actually know how the game works if it doesn't match one of these. It's probably just random or something. It doesn't matter at this stage of the game. We can't be that picky. So go ahead, be a Reaver. And since you're going to actually be good at knowledge, why don't we get you a knowledge miracle, buddy? Alright, lastly, before we get to the battle, you have two main resources here, materials and offerings. Materials is basically for upgrading your village, for building buildings and so forth that will give you bonuses. So for example, let's pick this thing, study. Like if you build this, you'll unlock this god action that gives experience, so you get another option. I'll talk about that in a moment. If you build this thing, the Night Shrine, you get dream points. Well, we'll deal with that when we actually do the building. The thing I want is either this offering stockpile or material gather. Like these buildings will give us extra money, extra resources. I feel like you want to build those early in the campaign. I just don't have enough to actually build them right now, so let's not worry about it. So that's materials. You use it to build buildings. And then this thing, offerings, is power. Like you can, it's gonna be, I'm trying to think what the best analogy is. It's kind of like what you as a god can do. So for instance, I have this ability called Ritual Progress. If I were to spend 100 offerings, I could massively boost the ritual on Zook here. So give him an extra power boost if I wanted to, or I can pick someone else for it. So we could do that, but I don't really think we need that at this stage of the game. As you play more, you're going to unlock all sorts of different powers that can cost offerings. So offerings, you can, I guess the best way to think about it is how do you power up your characters? You need to power up your characters to deal with some of the later battles. Speaking of battles, let's plan out our next one. So we got these godless pagans here, and look at this guy. This guy is clutching a gigantic two-handed axe in one hand. That is impressive. We gotta give this guy credit. This is a Barbarian Chosen right here. Now, in Battle Brothers, the way you deal with Chosen is you beat them with their own two-handed weapons, or a better two-handed weapon, or duelists, or throwing weapons, or crossbows, or nets, or any number of things. But in Godhood, you have exactly one option. You can talk them down. And thanks to our type advantage, the Pokemon thing, we can see that this teal class is better than the red class. How about that? Teal is better than red. And then we'll send Zooking, and we'll send Doc Morphing. We're our overwhelming favorite. We have the type advantage, and our characters are very strong, so I'm not worried. So that's our plan, and then we'll do a little bit of the blessing. I'll save my resources, don't need to spend that. Let's bless some ritual. I'll talk about the dream thing later. It's basically like a temporary power boost for a mission. And I'm gonna bless Doc Morphing here. He's gonna be around longer. Alright, let's get to the mission. So we have a pretty massive advantage, and we can do something called martyrdom. It's like hard mode. You get extra resources, you get an extra one of these chests, you get some more converts, which is score, but you start with some fewer hit points, and they have extra followers. Now we have a type advantage, so all his attacks should be at half strength. Well, yeah, they're all ancestral, so they even though I have terrible melee defense, because he should only be doing half damage to me, I'm not super worried. And we should win even with this hard mode engaged. So let's go ahead and do it. You'll see they have extra followers, and we have fewer hit points. So it's definitely harder. Well done! Well done there, Pendant. Make that Barbarian Chosen question himself. He's dazed. It's like smacking him with a two-handed mace. Who knew talking would be as effective as that? Yes, the Doctor is very supernatural. I agree. Alright, Pendant, lecture that Barbarian Chosen. Oh, you took care of him. Well done, buddy. Well done, Pendant. And look at that. Doc Morphing is cheering us on. And he leveled, of course. Good job, buddy. Followers, as far as I can tell, it's mostly just score. But certain buildings do need followers to actually build. It doesn't really seem that important. Extra hit points for everyone. Another relic. Very good. Alright, so relics are items you can equip. Direct opponent cannot evade. Initiation flint. Evade is physical. We don't ever do any physical. Duke Morning's Mellow Flower. Direct component cannot crit or critical argument. That seems good. Plus 10 evasion. I don't really care about that. Well, preventing crits seem good. Alright. Alright, let's get rid of all this help text. Blah, 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 blah. Off to guide some Mordos indeed. Alright, well done, Zook. Longo told an amazing story of the Doctor's exploits to some pacifists. Yes, that was quite a miracle, right? The story was so well told that it came alive in a nearby fire. In awe, the listeners learned about the Doctor, while Longo was too enraptured to notice the miracle. All stories about me are true. Yes! Well done, Longo. And you learned Nightmare. So it's probably just, maybe it's just the first thing, or maybe it's random. I don't really know. You're good at knowledge, so we should make your second ability also Nightmare, because that would get the most benefits. Although Scold, higher hit chance. That's also good, but I feel like you're gonna do more knowledge-based stuff for us, buddy. Let's pick another mission. Sure, let's keep going here. Alright, Doc Morphing has leveled up. What was I gonna make you? You're good at charisma and devotion. We could unlock a class. Or I could just make you... Wow! The game really wants to make you an ambassador. Or a zealot, I guess. We could use another ambassador. Songsmith. We don't have a songsmith. But they use cunning. I don't really have cunning. So I should do either ambassador or another zealot. Is there anything else that would make sense? No. Alright, well... Doc Morphing, you could be the replacement for Zook once he gets old. Your style is reason, so you would do peace offering or divine peace. That seems good. Question. Lesser morale ability will daze the opponent. That's also very good. Hold on, Ambassador is Ancestral. One other thing I'm just trying to consider here is these guys are life. Okay, so Ancestral is good against life. We want Ancestral for the boss. Yeah, that seems smart to me. Alright, Doc Morphing, buddy. You're going to be another ambassador for us. And then... well, if you have reason, you might get this ability called Unity, which heals us. That could be quite solid for us. But I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. Let's get you some more charisma, because ambassadors are good for that. And now we can build our first building. I feel like we should build this material gatherer as soon as possible, because that will get us more money. Yes, the pacifists erect the material gatherer with your divine inspiration. Well done, everyone. Well done. And now we're out of money again, but we'll get more. I could power someone up, I just don't really see that as being necessary for these early battles. So, Zook, get yourself a little more charisma. Pendant Blade is struck by a vision of heaven. Is the Doctor giving us revelation? So now it's saying we've unlocked the tradition. So as we get more development spark, we can actually pick something major that will like significantly improve us, as opposed to these tenets, which is a minor boost. Also, we can see there's an event that happened. So from time to time, random events will show up. And if you click on them, positive things can happen. But let's try to decide what to do. More charisma, I'm thinking, is the way to go here. Actually, hold on. Oh, I can build a temple. Yes, this is what I want to do next. So, these temples can give you a ritual upgrade when built. So why don't we just build this one? So first of all, you immediately get extra charisma development power, meaning like your characters will power up charisma faster. That's obviously good. We want charisma. There's only 25 minerals that are materials or whatever. It's very cheap. And then once you do that, as you build these temples, your rituals will be more powerful, like what I'm telling these characters to power up. So I can now choose to make one of my rituals better. Like, in addition to adding charisma, I could choose to add knowledge, for instance. I think these two combo very well, because knowledge is like crit chance and charisma is... I don't think there's any way to get out of this screen to go back and, you know, select the other choices. So you gotta be careful here. But knowledge is like critical chance for morale attacks, and charisma is morale attacks, so there's a lot of synergy. Let's see. Doc Morphing, yes, we should study trees. You have the right idea, buddy. Well done. So we're gonna tell stories and study trees at the same time. Maybe you can change it after the fact. Well, so you can't just keep going, but I guess you can't undo it. Can you undo it? Let me try. No, can't do anything else. If I do this, does that do anything? Nope. All right. So now if I set Zook to study stories, or tell stories and study trees, you see he gets a little more knowledge, which is nice. And we will click on this to see what the positive event is. The pacifists are pious, hoping to get into heaven. I'm actually not sure what that did. I think the tooltip would have told us. I just clicked it real quick. Oh well, whatever. Not sure what that did. We could power someone else up with our rituals. I just don't really see that as being necessary. Pendant. Why don't we bless you a little more? Sure, let's bless you some more. Alright, Doc Morphing is going to be out. Let's assign the Relic. So, direct opponent cannot crit or critical argument. So we want to apply it on someone who is maybe a little weaker in the defenses. Sure, Pendant, you can have it. Oh, bind relics carefully. It'll cost 100 offerings to unbind a relic. Well, zealots are actually semi-defensive, whereas weavers are not very defensive at all. They're just pure attack, their knowledge and charisma. You know what? Let's give it to Longo here. Have your relic. Okay, prepare a mission. Oh, look at this guy in the middle. He's got super good morale defense. Alright. And then attack. So we want to put someone with the weakest attack, maybe Longo in the middle. And then we'll put Zook and Pendant like this. Only thing I'm slightly worried about is this guy's morale attack might be pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna weaken myself a little bit. I trust my team. My team is very strong. These guys don't even have any classes. Let's do a martyrdom, and let's do it. Alright. Be mellow! Lecture that, Godless. You see, their defenses are so good. Zook? Pendant? Yeah, they're doing well. They're doing shockingly well. But you did a great job there, Zook. A critical hit, I think that was. Yeah. These guys are pretty resistant. They're almost knocked out Longo. That's very worrying. Maybe I shouldn't have done the hard mode. Almost. Okay, we just need to convert a little more. Lecture that guy. Well done. Well done there. Woo. Well done, Pendant. That was close. We could have got them knocked out down there, but we didn't. So you really need a type advantage or really strong characters to do more with hard mode, with the martyrdom thing. Alright, better initiatives, more disciples, etc, etc. Doc Morphing prayed to the Doctor, and they finally answered. The Doctor acknowledged Doc Morphing's devotion and blessed her and her family. Yes, rejoice, for I look after you, indeed. And a peace offering. Well done, buddy. Alright, these were those repeatable missions I was talking about. You can get a little extra resources, but you lose happiness, you lose life. So they're a way to train up your guys and get some bonuses to help build up your town. But we don't need to do that. Let's do a little more hit point upgrades here. Oh, another Barbarian Chosen. We know how to deal with that. And we get an extra disciple. So let's see what our options are. Strong body, health. Devotion, major knowledge, good. Wow, I mean, the second character seems way better for us. Although, there is an argument to be made for picking health, and I think I'll have to do that later on in the campaign, because health is physical defense. We can't, like, go all in on morale without ignoring at least physical defense, because then we'll just get knocked out, which is very bad. So, however, early game, I don't think that matters, and this is a little, like, they're just so much better. Yeah, extra defy and chance to intercept morale. That's whereas you don't have anything. I don't even know if we have a way of raising health. Yeah, we don't even. Oh, we do. Okay, work lands, but I mean, you're just so much better. It can make you another zealot or unlock a new class, probably. Alright, so let's rename you to Aeslia. Welcome to the squad. What are we going to make you? Well, I'm not sure, but we should up your devotion, I'm thinking, since you're good at that. +3 devotion. We could still up charisma. That's still pretty good, but let's go on to devotion here. Well, I might build a temple. Another temple? I can't build another temple. Okay, well. Can I upgrade this? No. Well, okay, then the choice is clear. Let's do some more devotion. Level that up. Do we need to power anyone else up with these rituals? I might. Let's plan the next mission. We know how to deal with this. Pendant goes here. Kind of want to sending my rookie. Zook might benefit from sitting out this one. So these little bars under your character is something called ferber. It's how often you can go on a mission. If you've played the Long War mod on the original XCOM Enemy Within, it's basically fatigue. If you keep sending the same person on a mission, eventually their fervor is going to get to 0 and they can't do any more missions. So you just want to keep an eye on that. If your character doesn't go on a mission to recover some fervor, there are also other ways to recover it. So let's see something here. Do we even need Zook? Because I wouldn't mind getting Zook's fervor up and leveling up some of our other characters here. Pendant's obviously going. The type advantage is too good. I could send our rookie. Yeah, but see, lineup strength is good. I don't even want to risk. I don't even want to risk martyrdom for this. There are other ways to train up our rookie. Maybe we send Longo out. Sending the younger disciples is also good. They can gain more EXP. Although Longo could recover, so we could do like Morphing, and then something like this. This, to me, makes sense, and we'll probably just go 1 level of martyrdom, not 2 levels. Save plan. I'm very worried, unless I have an overwhelming crushing advantage, like the 2 levels of martyrdom is very, very risky to do. So, do we need to power anyone out? I don't think so. Can we build anything? I can build some of these things, but I don't really think I need any of them. I could unlock this, like, EXP God action. That's not bad, because I can selectively use that to level up certain characters. Definitely has some advantage. Like, I could send Zook out. He'll gain 2 XP. Then I bless him with more EXP. And then, yeah, that could be good. Hold on. And then there's this part, the side boss. I definitely want to do the side boss. We're not going to have type advantage on the side boss, which makes me a little nervous. But they got some physical attacks. And some morale attacks, but they have terrible resistances. So if I send Zook instead of Morphing, I'm just gonna save my resources. There's no need to worry about this stuff. Let's bless some characters. Sure. Pendant. Get a blessing, buddy. The idea of heaven is wildly inspiring to Zook Morning. Is it time to do something with that imagination? Yes. We might be able to get us some art. What should you do? Well, you're only good at charisma, Pendant, buddy. So keep going down that path. Kind of want to bless our rookies. Maybe bless Morphing here. Wow, 8 charisma. That's pretty crazy. I'm probably going to build a devotion temple next. So let's keep upping your charisma. And then we'll work on your devotion. Okay, kind of want to save my money for other stuff. I don't really think I need some of these things. Like, we can always do that later. I feel like we might want to use some of our rituals, though. Like, otherwise we're accumulating this resource and doing nothing. Which is kind of pointless. It's the most effective on Zook here. He's still got many years left, right? I just don't want to use resource on someone who's gonna, like, not be around soon. We'll save our resources. We don't need it. Okie doke. I think 1 level of martyrdom is fine. We're reasonably strong. We have the type advantage. We should be okay. Got some physical attacks. I'm not super worried about that. The type advantage is really critical. Yes, Pendant. Suffer for the Doctor. Be mellow. Castigate that fool. Ooh, pacifism is scary. Indeed. Alright. That Barbarian Chosen hit us back. Oh my god, the little barbarians are quite scary as well. Okay, Pendant, you need to go this turn and convert them. Otherwise, Longo might get knocked out. Well done, Pendant. Very well done. Well, a little scary there, Longo. Alright, lots of new followers, more resources, very good. More hit points, which will help with the side boss. Oh, Pendant is getting a little tired, fatigued. Oh, I guess if you get down to 2 fervor, like, your character becomes so much less effective. You don't have to get down to 0 for this to be a problem. Alright, well, Pendant, you're gonna get some well-deserved rest. There's one more mission before the boss. What's here? This actually looks kind of scary. They have more power. The numbers up here is power, and the side boss actually has less power. Yeah, I kind of want to fight the side boss. We could also do a repeatable mission. That might be the way to go. But I don't think so. I think we do the side boss. And then we could do a repeatable mission as necessary. There's a lot of resources. And it powers us up. Alright. We got a new tech, basically. So I do have to pick one more Tenet to install a new tradition. So we could get another one of these. We can get the Sabbath to get us even more resources. That seems good. I don't really need a happiness right now. Pendant will be fine. Don't need the faith either. So you know what? Let's get the Sabbath. Rest and enjoy the peace the Doctor gave you. Doc Morphing professes the merits of Sabbath to the pacifists. Indeed. Oh, okay. And now I can just pick a new tradition. So, Heavenly Art, gain God action. I want to do this because it'll upgrade my future disciples. Uptracks new pacifists depending on the Heavenly Sculptor's knowledge. So, can learn beauty of art, a strong nesking. Okay, so it scales on charisma and knowledge. Well, we're doing those things. That's fine. The gift of creation to divine, but art exists for all to witness the Doctor. Indeed. The Doctor has communicated with the people. Heavenly art is now officially a tradition of pacifism. Just like our our original virtue of peace. And this is what I'm talking about. Now I have more options. So I can choose a disciple to become the Heavenly Sculptor. Can learn beauty of art, a strong life attack that scales on charisma and knowledge. Cooldown 8 missions. Okay, so this decision is pretty important. Well, who has the most charisma Doc Morphing might actually be a really good choice. Charisma and devotion. Do I have anyone that's charisma and knowledge? No. Devotion and knowledge. Okay. Doc Morphing actually has like astonishingly good stats. I think he could make for an effective heavenly sculptor. Doc Morphing is struck by divine inspiration. By her hands, beautiful sculptures will be created. Yes. Okay. Now I can inspire great art. The heavenly sculptor will create a beautiful piece of art. Will upgrade all future disciples' base stats by +1. We're gonna need to up your knowledge. Oh, you gain some sort of ability. Okay, that's just create art. And it costs 200. Good thing we saved up some resources. Sure. Doc Morphing creates a true masterpiece. Generations to come will be inspired. Yes. Will sometimes use beauty of art. Small chance to trigger scaling with the disciples' faith for one mission. Yeah, and there's this new ability, beauty of art. I can pick it. Hit chance minus 25%. The base power is pretty insane on this thing. Oh no, it's actually not as insane as I thought it would be. The minus 25% hit chance is, I don't like that. That seems bad. It's a life attack? Are there any enemies weak to life? Yeah, this side boss. Sure, let's try it. We should definitely send you on this mission. Let me just plan this out. I don't have anyone else who's life. We should send Zook. We're going to send our 2 ambassadors of peace. And then, rookie? No, that seems bad. Ooh. Wow. This seems like it's going to be a tough battle. Wow. Why? I mean, we don't have any morale advantages, but we do have the, they are weak to morale damage. And this guy can only do morale attacks. So actually, it makes sense to send our rookie, Aeslia, there. Because Zook and Doc Morphing can win us the battle. We gotta get lucky. But I think this boss fight will be in the next episode. So, thank you everyone for watching. Until next time.